don't know where you came from, but this road is yours to trail, made to mold into a song that's sung before your day. So you found the beat, the melody, the words to lift your soul. You were made with love. You were made with love. You were made with love for this world.
In 2020, most of the world came to a standstill, which caused many of us and other families in similar situations to reevaluate what was important in life. We discussed it, Nicole and I, and we opted to prioritize 4 very important things: friends, food, faith, and family. Had you asked me 10 or even 5 years ago how important those things would be in my life today, they likely wouldn't have even broken my top 10. Yet, here we are today, and this is 1 year on our homestead.
Let's go feed the chickens.
Come on, Sawyer.
Let's go feed the chickens. Come on. Come on, chick, chick, chick. Come on, chick, chick, chick.
It seems odd to start somewhere arbitrarily in the middle of the year. So let's start in January of this year, 2022. Welcome to our humble homestead. Now, I wish I could say that our life is pretty low-key and that nothing really happens around here, but that would be a downright lie. When you're dealing with animals and toddlers, well, there's plenty that can go wrong. Not so much in the winter time, but we'll get there.
The weather outside is frightful, but the fire, oh, is so delightful. You see, there's no place to go. Burn, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, I don't even know where my shovel is. That's not good. Found it. We're good. It's all good. It's all good. Good morning, girl. How are you? Breakfast. Here. Breakfast. Okay, girls. Okay. There's not much to do. We're waiting. This, actually, is where our garden is going to be this coming year. Sort of there and there where the chicken pen sits. And we're making plans for it. I'm trying to draw things up, trying to get things ready. and it's not quite there yet.
I'm not a fan of winter. In fact, I don't know that I've really met anyone that actually is. Maybe a polar bear or a snowshoe hare. Regardless, I'm not a fan. And here in Atlantic Canada, with 6 months of winter, it makes growing a garden quite trivial. Your puns are so bad I need to be filming because they're just horrendous.
No, they're real good.
I hate winter so much. I'm currently in like the convincing phase of trying to get Nicole to move to Ecuador because I don't want to live somewhere where 6 months of the year it is wintertime.
This dirt sucks. Way too dry.
Which I don't understand because it's called hydroponic dirt, so wouldn't you think that would mean it retains water?
Doesn't seem like it. It seems quite the opposite. It's like dust.
Wow.
Depending on the vegetable or fruit, we start planting indoors in either February or March. We really, no.
We have no idea what we're doing.
No, I don't have any idea what I'm doing, so I don't know how to explain it.
Say that.
I do it because the internet told me to.
So this spring, we had to start planting things in like February or March, or I listen to whatever the internet says. I Google it. I ask on social media, when should I plant my stuff? And people usually tell me, and sometimes it works out. I don't mind a little bit of snow. Snow doesn't really bother me that much. It's the extended cold. It's the extra work of dealing with winter time. It's the stoking the wood fire, which I like for a certain amount of time. But when it just goes on, and there seems like nothing to do. The days are so ridiculously short.
Couldn't find my hat, so toddler hat.
It would be great if you could just run away in the wintertime, escape the weather for 6 months, and come back and just garden in the nice weather. Unfortunately, with other responsibilities on the homestead, there's really no such thing as a Cuban or Floridian vacation. But who says you can't make the best of a bad situation? Sometimes you just gotta do whatever it takes to keep your mind off the weather until springtime.
You smell that? It smells like springtime, and springtime smells like chicken shit.
Well, I saw you setting the mood like a light in the smoky room.
As soon as you start seeing grass poking through the snow on the ground, it's all hands on deck. Things need to be cleaned up and ready for planting.
Looking at me with a smile like you wanted me. Saying, boy, come on, will I break, be gone? I just had to try. You just move, baby.
This is some good soil. I'm excited about this. This is gonna be good. There's a lot of plasticky junk that's been caught in it, but we'll clean that out.
Take me to the left, baby, take me to the right. You can take me for the rest of my life. Just move, baby, brushing your hair, well it ain't fair. Whatever you do, just don't stop.
With springtime comes rain, and lots of it, but between the downpours, you still need to be able to get your seedlings out for some much needed sun.
So I planted 2 different kinds of squash, echinacea plants, basil, a strawberry, and then over here we brought these guys out because it's beautiful out, so they're getting some sun because you can see some of their leaves are a little bit yellow and they're kind of draping to the side, which isn't good. That means that they need more light. So their stems are weak.
And we're trying to throw out but also clean up because there's a lot of things, like some of this, there's some metal, there's some siding and things that's really good to keep and use. It still kind of seems overwhelming, but we'll get there, hopefully, doing our best to clean it up.
We are on our way to Fredericton to pick up some bees. Last year we tried with a couple of hives, and I was told by another beekeeper that they weren't the strongest of hives when he looked at them. In order to have a successful garden, you need plenty of pollinators to get your plants to produce. Again, one of those things that we found out last year was beekeeping.
If you can stimulate them to cleaning, then they'll clean them themselves, completely, or not completely, but turn or when it's cold. During the summer, I usually leave it out. And if it's left out to here, like I've got it now, you've got a 1/2-inch strip in the front for ventilation. One on either side, that way you kind of keep everything stable.
We met Troy on Facebook Marketplace, and he gave us the rundown on our new hive, along with some tips that may increase our success for the coming season.
Good weight for a hive.
I strapped down the hive and we hit the road home.
Merge onto Trans-Canada Highway, New Brunswick to east.
Over the next few days, as the springtime sun warmed the air and temperatures rose, activity both inside and outside the hive became more and more prevalent. Unfortunately, as we had guessed earlier in the springtime, our former hives did not survive the winter.
This frame is full of capped honey. Look at that. Plenty of honey on there. So I'm gonna see if I can't take some of that honey. Some dead bees here, but take some of that honey and use it this year. Because it's here, we've already got it, why not?
There are any number of reasons that a hive could fail over the winter. Either it wasn't strong enough and it didn't have enough honey stores, or it wasn't insulated well enough and fell victim to the cold, which is likely what happened to our hives, having been so close to the river. Regardless, I wasn't going to let perfectly good honey go to waste.
Boy, you know Thursday, we can get sticky like honey. Friday, I'll make it smooth like butter wine. We gonna party till the break of day. Sip your Henny and
That's full. Look, that's all honey. I mean, there's some wax in there too, but like mostly honey. Holy dying. Oh.
Next came figuring out how to separate the honey from the wax, all the while being eaten alive by black flies. 'tis the season.
So I'm gonna look foolish.
I look great.
You know it well. I love it.
Can you open a couple of jars for me? So I don't, oh, you did? Oh, shoot, I didn't even notice. Thank you. We'll pour this over. Honey, oh my, it's getting on my hand. I'm lucky that's not hot. The benefit of that. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
You're never gonna be able to sleep tonight.
This is the Boober family, and they were kind enough to let me come pick fiddleheads on their property, because I don't have any that grow near me. I used to pick hundreds of pounds of fiddleheads in the springtime with my grandfather as a boy, so this was a fun trip down memory lane.
This area seems to have all gone to fern. So this is usually where we start and work our way down this little stream. But when we get to the bottom, down closer to the river, there should be some later ones that are still good to go.
All right, well, we'll keep walking then. We got a little ways
Look,
to go.
there are a few in there if you want to grab them.
For those who may not be familiar, fiddleheads or immature ostrich fern are native to New Brunswick and can be found in most parts of eastern Canada and across the northeastern United States. They taste similar to asparagus and quickly poke out of the ground and unfurl into a full fern by late spring. So if we're going to get any, now is the time.
So we just kind of happened upon this little spot down here, just kind of by accident, while we were exploring one day when we first moved to the area. So it's kind of been like our little secret.
We are getting a ton of fiddleheads. Here we go, look at that. Oh, even one back here. Look at that. Oops. What do we got? Some more hiding? Where are they?
Come on, pick faster.
Outside of Heidi being somewhat of a slave driver, we picked for a few hours and collected a whole bucket of fiddleheads. Despite some of the fiddleheads having gone to fern, there were still countless fiddleheads to be picked. So much so that even the film crew got into the picking. After hours of picking, I get a crash course in cleaning the fiddleheads.
Turn it off and then you just spin it really fast so it dries.
Okay.
But you might have to do it like twice.
To get everything on.
Yeah.
One more to do?
Yeah.
A lot of grip.
Oh, that one came out.
That one good?
What?
Oh, I lost one. We got one on the outside. Trying to escape. That's clean enough. Throw it in the bucket. We're good. All right, one more wash. We should be good. Don't even care at this point. I'm already wet. It's good. We're going. Tumble wash one way, tumble wash the next. Spin real fast. Did pretty good. Look at that. That is a pail full of clean-ish fiddleheads. Yeah.
You would think that after thoroughly washing them, fiddleheads would be ready to eat. Unfortunately, they still need to be blanched before they're safe, but Nicole and I did that part at home.
Putting them in the cold water to shock them so they're ready to go in the freezer.
In total, we were able to blanch 10 bags of fiddleheads, so at least if our garden fails completely, we'll still have something in the freezer. Springtime really is the best time of the year. It's when I start to feel human again. The days are longer, and we no longer have to trudge through feet of snow in ungodly temperatures to get outside to the animals.
Find something to carry all the plants so that we can... Don't drop the plants. Got it. I might drop the plants. I should probably get like a bin. One plant box. Here's the rest of them. Where are you helping, bud? You putting the peas in?
Yep.
So we do peas, tomatoes, and then I'll just do a run of carrots along that edge.
We should do peas here, and then beans.
Peas, beans, you mean? Yeah, that's fine. I'm just trying to think of the perimeter where to start.
Yeah.
I just don't want something growing over there that's going to block a lot of sun. Not that they're going to block a lot of sun, but if tomatoes are growing that whole way up high, so I think at the back, they'll do really well because it'll be nice and warm back there. Right, Goose? Right? All right. Let's make a row for some carrots, bud. Let's make a row.
I woke up feeling on top of the world, like nothing's ever gonna bring me down. This feeling got me flying high as a bird.
Well, there's cabbage
I may
here
never
too.
touch the ground. It may
I
not
don't remember
be
how
my
far apart beans need to be, but I'm just kind of guessing 4 to 6 inches.
Celebrate. I just wanna celebrate.
It's certainly not a crazy big garden, and there's not a ton of stuff planted, but hoping that it's just enough, you know? Just enough for what we need, so we'll be able to maintain it, hopefully. I'm gonna clean some stuff up, move stuff around so I can water it in.
There's magic coursing throughout my veins. I don't want it to stop. I feel invincible in every way.
Is that better? Is that
I'ma
doing
give
something?
it all I got. It may not be my birthday, but I just want to celebrate.
I'm really excited for this year's garden. Well, hopeful more than excited, I think. Because we should be able to grow things and be able to feed ourselves and be able to can some food, and we'll see. I don't know. We still have a few months yet before we actually produce anything, or at least a month. It's been so cold. But yeah, I think it'll be good.
So that's your reject file?
That's my reject file. That's for the fridge.
So why? Can you show me some candlelight?
Well, some of these I just don't think they're long enough. Like a lot of these, they all light up, and you can see some darkness here. But a lot of that, like if you move it, you can see that would just probably be the yolk. I could be wrong, but
We'll show me one of the other ones. So that's a brown egg.
there's no.
There doesn't seem to be anything in there. Okay, what are some of the fertilized ones? That's one of our Easter eggers, so that's why it's blue.
These ones I have a hard time kind of telling, but it does look like half of it lights up, and then you have like this dark bit up here. So I put it in the maybe.
Ain't looking for much of many, 'cause we got plenty.
I'm excited about the Easter eggers.
Although I'd been given plenty of chickens before, I had never hatched my own. We did a little research online and just kind of went for it. We've got a rooster, we've got chickens, so why not give it a try?
I'm an idiot. I need definitive instructions. What is this? Hatching mat, power supply, assembly, fit water guard. Okay. Location and installation. Okay, we got it plugged in. Incubation temperature range 20 to 40 degrees Celsius. Remaining days left. Eggs are due to hatch. Must be set for each new batch. Range 40 to 0. Turning mode.
Yes, I am reading the instructions. Chickens take 21 days-ish to hatch, and I don't want to end up with just a bunch of rotten eggs in my basement.
Lifting slowly from my bed, I shake my head. I've done this before. So tell me, darling.
What did you just do? That looks like a bass, actually.
Yeah, this is a bass.
That is a massive fish, dear.
I know, I told you it was heavy. I casted one line out just for fun, and I caught this guy.
That is a massive fish. You gotta hold him, we'll take a picture.
Okay.
17 inches.
When you know that you got nothing to fear.
Bass and the pickerel, and Nicole has her plate, and fresh fiddleheads that we picked. Okay, we are on day, I don't even remember what day it is. It's day 16 today. 16 days left. So that means we're on day 5. And you would like to candle some.
We don't want to hurt the baby.
Okay, we can put it back.
Okay, baby's going back to sleep. Sometimes it cries.
You can't really see through it as well as you can the white one.
No, that's the problem, so I don't know. Oh, what was that?
There's something in there.
I don't know, like... And I can't tell if that's just like... I can't tell if that's the yolk that we're seeing. But
there's actually something developing.
yeah, because I don't see the veins in that one.
Candling is just shining a light through an egg to identify whether it's fertilized. And after 5 days in our incubator, our eggs were certainly showing signs of life.
You can see there is a baby chicken there.
The blue, green, and brown eggs were harder to see through with their opaque shells.
So maybe there's a chicken there. You kind of see an outline of something.
But the white ones, they most certainly made it easy.
So it's most likely not fertilized because that is just a yolk in there. Can't see much other than that yolk. There's no developing chick. Or at least it doesn't look like it.
Unfortunately, to the untrained eye, candling is often trial and error. You don't always get it right when you're trying to compare a picture online to an egg that you're holding in your hands. However, one of the coolest things that I think I've ever seen is watching a developing chick move inside of an egg.
She might not, or it might not do it now that I'm out there. I don't know if it's hot, but did you see that?
Mm-hmm. It moved. The baby chicken.
There. It's moving in there.
It's alive.
Second class gave me away and now I'm trying to fake it. I'm not ready, but we've already started. I'm not ready, but we're already falling. Hey, there's some clouds, can you tell? What we're ready for, ready whispering.
Baby, you gotta come see it! It's a fresh one! He's so cute! Oh my goodness! We made chickens! We made a baby chicken! He's pissed. I don't know. Do I have to leave him in there?
No, he's gotta come out.
Are you sure? But I thought they were on lockdown and you don't open it until...
You have to feed it.
I wasn't prepared for this.
Me neither.
Oh no, this is not good. I wasn't ready for baby chickens yet. I thought I had a few days. I thought I had until the weekend. Oh no.
It says 6 days left. Oh my god.
Our confusion and ill-preparedness is coming from the fact that we weren't expecting these chicks for another few more days. The timer still had 6 days left, so we were a little dumbfounded. Now, we did exactly what you were not supposed to do. We took out the first chick, but he's fine. After a quick inspection, we noticed a few more eggs were on the verge of hatching as well.
Oh, it's happening. I did it more.
Yeah, you saw it?
Yeah. Should I? Oh. He jumped out. Oh, you're okay. He is running.
In total this spring, we were able to hatch 20 chicks. A dozen we sold and 8 we kept to replace our older laying hens in the coop. But then, we discovered 2 more.
It's a baby chick. Well, there's 2 of them, look.
As summer blazed forward, we began to see the fruits of our labor, and we started to be able to harvest from the garden.
Oh my goodness. Wait till you see the size of these. Look at this. Look at the size of those beets. That's a big beet right there. Oh, no, I lied. It's a tiny beet. Oh, there's one. See, potatoes are fun because you just start digging and then they appear. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Oh, I feel one. I feel it. Oh my, that's a massive root. Somebody's growing good in here. It's probably enough for supper. The handful we got in here now. Let's go. I got a tuna tin filled with worms. It stinks because it's been sitting out for a couple days, but...
Yeah.
I always have trouble with these guys coming off, so I gotta like weave it around.
Waking up this morning, waking up before it's getting 9. Kinda heavy on my shoulders, tracking down some moments back in time. I could've swore that I was in it, down to every minute. Don't know what I was sipping, but I felt like I was doing fine. Oh my. Turns out that I just got a little bit south, just a little bit north of the Georgia line.
Surprise, surprise, there's no worm left.
For a couple of city slickers, we were surprised at how easy it was to grow our garden and just live sustainably. For months, we were able to forage from this tiny little patch and save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on groceries simply by living off the land.
We made it. Grab it. The chickens ate it. Grab it. I think I might have got all the ones that are ready for today. So, probably poor lettuce plant, but
With all that breathes, praise the Father, the Son, and Holy Ghost. Praise the Father, the Son, and Holy Ghost.
We thought that having been living off the land for the past few months, that diving into a new adventure for the month of August would be a good idea. Something we had never done before, but little did we know, we were about to bite off much more than we could chew. Oh, you need a big waterer.
Like this here, this bench.
Ah,
How many birds you get?
34,
36,
33.
40.
Do you want another box?
Yeah, please. If you got just a little one. 7, 8, 9, 10.
Fabulous.
There we go. Although I knew full well we would probably be Although I knew full well that we'd probably be picking up chicks this week, I did not expect to be grabbing 100. I was thinking 20, maybe 30, but as we are working on getting more self-sufficient, I guess we kind of necessitate having more than that. So in a dramatic turn of events, I currently have 100 chicks in the back, and I mean, some of them will die. I guess that is something that we did learn about the chickens from that documentary. Some of them may die, and so you kind of need to have, I mean, you don't want them to, clearly, but it happens. They have heart attacks. They're not made to really survive. They're made to grow fast and be delicious. They're meant to grow delicious. So that is, I gotta find room for 100 chickens for the next 8 weeks. It's a lot of chickens. That's a lot of chickens. 100 is a lot of freaking, that's such a bad idea. I love it. I only make poor decisions. I love making poor decisions. 100 chickens. What the heck are we gonna do with 100 chickens? In case you've never raised meat birds before, they are good for one thing, and one thing only. That is meat. They're not cute like a hen that'll lay you eggs. They're disgusting. They live to eat and poop. It's awful.
Hey guys! It was empty and they just come into it?
Yeah, so I was pouring it on their heads.
Yeah. Look how nasty they are. Oh. Yeah, they must have emptied it last night then. Pretty bad.
Later in the year, as summer peaks and begins to fall, the air of the homestead changes. We transition from a season of life, growth, and prosperity out of the harvest and into the ever-necessary season of death and slaughter. Unfortunately, we are not the only ones doing the killing.
Let's go feed the chickens.
Come on, Sawyer.
Let's go feed the chickens. Come on. Come on, chick, chick, chick. Come on, chick, chick, chick.
Nothing could have prepared me for what I found that morning. By my count, we lost close to 30 birds, and not just taken, but mutilated and destroyed.
Boy, that guy doesn't look good right there at all.
We count-ish. I mean, there's still a ton. But...
And this really get it secure because this
There's one.
is expensive. I don't know if you got legs.
Where?
There's a leg right over there.
Yeah, there's two carcasses here. There's one here, and there's one right here.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, there's another leg. And carcass.
Another carcass?
Yeah.
But do you think it's the leg that's over there, so it's still 90?
No, it's a full carcass. This is not just one animal. There's a path there, and there's a path here. This is multiple animals. I don't know if it's fox or raccoon or...
I think a fox would finish them off, but
Yeah, you'd think a fox would eat all of them.
well, they take them.
Yeah. So a raccoon probably just kill them.
Now, personally, I'm an animal lover, and I understand that even predators have to eat, but I just don't understand the senseless killing of animals. Raccoons are the type of animal that'll just break into a coop, and we saw it last year, that they just devastate a population of birds. They just kill them and leave them for dead. Or the weasel that got our rabbits last year would just snap their necks and even sometimes wouldn't even kill them, just break their necks, maybe drain their blood and leave them for dead. You know what, it hasn't been an easy journey, and This was never really something that I expected that this would be necessarily easy, but when you're dealing with predators, it can be so devastating. It can be so expensive because animals like chickens, although they cost $1.75 or $2, as you feed them and as the expectation grows that they are going to feed your family for the next year, that turns into an investment. And I guess most farmers or most people would think that way with regards to their animals and what they grow. But for me, that's such a new concept that food is an investment. And for these birds, I mean, it's probably going to cost us $2,500 to properly invest in growing up these birds or these 100 birds. But when raccoons are killing them and taking them away, I think we lost 25%. So of our 100 birds that we started with, I think we're down to about 75. And that gets expensive and that gets devastating. And if grocery prices in the next year are to rise exponentially, and if things go nuts or anything happens, we won't have a freezer as full as we want it to be because of predators. I just don't understand the senseless killing from animals. Like that raccoon that would just break in, kill stuff and leave it, not eat it. I could understand if it would eat the birds, but just to leave them? So we got ourselves a live trap here that we're gonna try to use and see if we can't catch somebody, something, maybe a couple of somethings, and hopefully that'll mean that we'll be rid or free. Hopefully we'll be free of this menace. I had caught one raccoon in the trap, but I could see one peering out from under the chicken coop. That is one angry coon. There's one more hiding under the coop. I can see if I can get him. Although I could see him peering out from under the chicken coop, I couldn't scare him out, so I opted to jack up the coop. And that's when he decided to make a run for it.
Oh, babe, he's right there going up on the wood pile.
He frantically scurried up the tin roof on the chicken coop but slipped off into our garden, where he was trapped, and subsequently, he met his demise.
You know, a year ago, you would have told me I'd been slitting the throat of a raccoon in my garden at 8 o'clock in the morning. I wouldn't have believed you, but here we are. For freak's sake. 2-for-1 deal this morning. Hey, you're safe for now, girl.
Trouble,
Buggers killing my
it
chickens.
will find you. It's behind you. It always is. Unfold from my mind, I don't want you near. If you killed me with kindness, I'd no longer feel you here. You've fallen for someone new. A feathered heart forgets everything that's true. Feels like I've ran into 1,000 shades of blue from holding on to somebody like you.
Why do we choose the hottest day of the year to do this? It's too hot. So we're working on a new chicken tractor because the one we had built, although it encloses them, doesn't necessarily protect them entirely.
I grew up doing chickens, and we went and got 100 of them, and a little bit more than what I'm used to and what I remember, and built a coop, kind of, chicken tractor, and not secure enough. So something got into them last night. So we are building a secure, nothing's getting in chicken tractor on the hottest day of 2022. Like that.
It's ridiculously hot. We were dripping. I was wearing a shirt, but it was so saturated. So now we're enjoying a cold beverage, about to break for lunch here, and then we'll be back, and hopefully we'll put this thing together shortly. But whew. Yeah.
Here, get up over that edge, that ridge. Good, good.
I'll need the table moved so I can drive down, unless we're gonna move that. So hot though. It's just so hot. We finished the chicken tractor. Yeah, tractor, I guess it is. Can't think straight because of how hot it is and how sweaty I am now. But we gotta move the chicks now because they can't stay there the night. We don't want to lose another dozen tonight. So we're gonna move them here to the chicken tractor shortly. So for now, I gotta go throw all those chicks in my truck. Bring them back here, plop them in, and hopefully here they'll actually survive the night. So for the second time in 3 days, we were moving 100 chicks. Well, I guess they're not 100 chicks anymore. 70 chicks to their new home. Hopefully they'd survive a little better on this new pasture. So much nicer than the other one.
Keep coming back for you. You're so hypnotic, no one can top it. Keep coming back for that style, that big smile. Go on, child, turn up the dial. You know what you gotta do, get wild. You ain't gotta play it cool, get wild. Take a rocket to the moon, get wild, get wild, get wild.
1, 2. Those are out.
What way are you going?
That one. On to the bed.
Okay, back, straighten it out.
Good.
He's done. Really spreading out. Isn't that nice?
Sorry, buddy. Let's go, little ones. Last 2. Come out. Go on, little one. Let me out of here. It's crazy to think how these little creatures go from a small little egg to being hatched, and after only 8 short weeks, they're big enough to harvest.
"7 weeks ago, I could hold one of those in the palm of my hand, like that. Now, and we've weighed a couple of them, now, this isn't even the biggest, look. They're 8, 10 pounds. You're okay. Look at that. From this, smaller than my fist, to this massive, massive bird. It's been a journey, to say the least. We started with 100 and lost a few to some mishaps and accidents just as younger birds, and then we lost close to 30 to predators, and now what's left is what we'll end up with for going in the freezer next week or the week after. And I think for being beginners, we've done all right.
Eight weeks. It only takes 8 weeks to raise a Cornish cross chicken from chick to slaughter. And often what the majority of people are familiar with and where they believe that their chicken comes from is here. A factory farm where thousands of chickens are raised and with little room to move, and often never see fresh grass in their lifetime.
I'm glad that this journey is going to be over, but I'm also kind of sad a little bit.
I do think it's really important to know where your food comes from, and it's something not a lot of people know.
Not only do we know where our food is coming from, we know what they were fed, how they were treated,
You want a good bird, a well taken care of
and that their
bird.
final moments were quick and painless.
This is almost like their last supper, last meal. Because they got to be starved for a day before they go to be butchered. They put themselves to bed. That's good. They definitely need water. I'll put their feed in. Hi guys. Here guys, I know you're hungry. Here. Your last supper before we prep you for the freezer. There you go. And have a little bit to eat before you go to bed. That's fine. Sorry, I'm kind of doing stuff. Here. It's not completely full, but it's fine. We're gonna munch for a bit. I am gonna fill their water. Filthy. I'll let that fill a minute, and this water jug's full, so I'll just use this to water these guys. There was another water trough. Oh, it's right there. Oh, I don't want to get chicken poo on me. There it is. Okay. Second water trough. It's always scary to come out at this time of night because every little sound, you can't see anything. So if an apple falls from the apple tree or you hear something off in the woods, I'm always worried that it's a predator trying to come get the birds again. Fed. Locked in. I gotta turn off that water. Pour this in. I gotta find a drill to drill this door shut, and whoop, these guys will be right as rain. Let's go to bed. I'm tired. I'm tired of this. Enjoy one of your last meals, guys. It is kill day for the chickens, death day. It's 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning, going to start the water and everything. Here's our setup. Morning, guys. How did we do last night? Everybody okay?
I borrowed a homemade feather plucker from a friend and had set up or bought just about everything else that we would need to have the day go as smooth as possible. All that was left was to sharpen the knives, warm up the water for the scalding pot, and to get started.
Stuff. Morning, sleepyhead.
I noticed you didn't say good.
This was a day that Mum was simultaneously excited for and sad to see happen. You see, she ended up naming one of the chickens.
Tell me about Mr. Wobbles.
I don't know if I can.
Who is Mr. Wobbles? Come on, buddy.
Mr. Wobbles was a lame chicken. He was likely one of the chicks who ended up at the bottom of the chicken pile while sleeping one too many times. He could barely walk and often got picked on by the other chicks.
I every day made sure he had his food and had his water. If he'd had been any other bird, I would have, or chicken, I would have really worked with him to try to get his legs working, but he had a different purpose than that. It's not easy to go through this process and just, do it heartlessly. I don't think it would be healthy to do that. I think it's good to have a respect for them, and I did and do every day. I fed and watered them every morning and night and covered them up with tarps and treated them with love and kindness as much as I could. And so Mr. Wobbles, he was the first just because he did have a hard life. But he's all good now.
Yeah, around me feels so heavy but depleted. But I find this the place to test myself.
Alright, guys.
Cause it's here where we lay in the blanket of despair, where I'm weak but I'm strong, and black smoke fills the air. Where I'm burning, broken, battered, bruised, I'm blind, but I'm seeing. I'm lost and found and almost drowned. I'm so far from believing. Whoa, I'm bleeding, but I'm breathing. Whoa, in darkness I find meaning. Whoa, I'm broken, but I'm healing. Whoa, I'm bleeding, but I'm breathing.
Right here, fire maybe. But yeah, blood meal it's excellent for gardening. Yeah.
With the help of family and friends, we were able to fill our freezer with 75 chickens that weekend. Hundreds of pounds of meat that will sustain me and my family for the winter.
Personally, this makes me a little bit more comfortable because you can see the whole process from stem to stern. You know that the chickens are being taken care of. You see that they have their food, they have their water, and even just for the kill side, it's not a long process. They're not going through conveyor belts of different types of animals, seeing the other animals be dismembered in front of them, so it doesn't cause a lot of issues to them.
You're looking at nearly double the size of a chicken from the store for one of these.
When Benjamin brought these chicks home, they were about like this, and now they're like this. And I think, I haven't found the scale yet, is what, 8 to 10 pounds?
We probably need some time before we start eating chicken again because I'm a little fed up. I mean, I'm covered in feathers and blood and I'm kind of done.
Overall, I think we're doing a good job for our first time with us.
Action. After being in the freezer for 2 or 3 weeks, this is our first official carving. I don't know how do you carve a chicken like this? I'm doing this horribly. Nicole was scared that it was going to be very dry. It doesn't look dry. It's good, dear.
Not really.
See. Taste it. It tastes good. I like it. I wish somebody would teach me how to carve a turkey. Chicken, not turkey. Oh yeah, I did this so bad. I'm just gonna take the leg off and we'll say Feliz Navidad. Good chicken.
I'll be there when you need me, with every tear that falls from your eyes. Oh, you have me completely. I'll be there when you need me. Trust, it builds a home.
Being new to raising meat birds, I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't ready for the challenges and how different they were to raise compared to heritage hens. That being said, despite my doubts in the beginning, Cornish cross are the best breed for what they're meant for: feeding your family. They grow fast and they grow big, and that is our meat bird story.
As long as we both breathe, I'll be there when you need me. You can count on it every time. It won't always be easy. I'll be there when you need me.
Storming out there. Having fun in the storm?
Well, I finished supper right before the power went out, so that's good. It's not seasoned well because it didn't get there, but it is cooked. A party?
Are you crazy?
Having a party in here. Party.
Party,
Party. You gotta do a light show.
Oh, you bonked them good. You bonked them real good. When's the power supposed to come back on?
10 or 11, but probably midnight.
It's not every day that I'm thankful for this lifestyle. In fact, it's often a huge pain in the butt to make these kinds of sacrifices, but I will say that when it comes to the power being out, having a wood stove is a huge benefit, and as we move towards more self-sustainability, it'll be a lot better. But it is 2 days before Christmas, and we are without power, but we have flashlights, we're prepared, we got candles, or Nicole has candles, and we've got the wood stove that should do good.
And a pot of water.
And a pot of water that Nicole, but we've also got the river, I have told her. But
Drinking water.
I think we're good. That it's a weird lifestyle, but I'm glad that we have some sort of modern convenience, even without electricity. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Wild.